Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Michael with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my entire
Stop. Where?
Where's the B?
There's a bee?
What is going on, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm back here today with my Week 10 video and team builder for the BBL. This week we are taking on DWilly, coach of the Brisbane Scythers. But definitely be sure to go check him out down in the description below. The scenario going into this game was pretty simple. I'd already clinched a playoff spot based on my number of wins at this point in the season, so I'm just playing for seeding at this point. Basically, if I win, I get a higher seed. As stupid as that sounds, but a different coach, which I will get into at the end of the video, could potentially finish with the same record as me and exact same differential, who I didn't play. So we'll get into that scenario if that happens later after the game. Spoiler alert, it happened. So I'll get into what this means for playoffs here in a second. But just going over DWilly's team, he has the, I guess I can just show you on Team Builder. That makes more sense as I don't have the screenshot of his team. He has a Marshadow, Mega Scizor, Nidoqueen, Rotomosh, Arcanine with Z moves, Latios with Z moves, regular Diancie, Go-Go, Mandibuzz, Chinchino, and Sliggoo also with Z moves. So you can see his team here, just a very threatening overall team. Marshadow, of course, being just an absolute monster with a ridiculously high speed stat as well as physical attack stat. Very good mon, can just clean and prevent setup with Spectral Thief. So yeah, great move, great mon, definitely a threat. Mega Scizor, also just a huge threat. Can just bullet punch spam win games. Nidoqueen, fat, has a great move pool with sheer force. Can get up spikes and T-spikes and stealth rocks, or not spikes, but can get up toxic spikes and stealth rocks. But yeah, good hazard setter. Rotomosh, it's a Rotomosh. If you guys have played Pokemon ever competitively, you know exactly what Rotomosh does. It just sits there, doesn't die, it volt switches, it misses Hydro Pumps, it Will-O-Wisp things, it occasionally clicks Spain Split. It can defog nowadays, so that's annoying. Arcanine, the good boy. He has Z moves on it, so he can click random like Z Flare Blitzes or close combats or wild charges. Other than that, it's a decent defensive mon. Priority and E-Speed's annoying. Can do stuff like Iron Head if he needs to for whatever reason. Latios, really fast, hard hitting. Dragon is another Z user of his. Probably the better of his two Z users. I don't know better, but definitely one of the more likely of his two Z users because it just gives great coverage. All in all, can hit incredibly hard as well. Very fast, good special attack, so very solid mon. And then getting into his second episode, Diancie is a good stealth rocker, very good bulk. Unlike regular or Mega Diancie, this thing can not as fast, but can still hit hard. You have to watch out for Calm Mind, like Trick Room. Regular Diancies are a thing that you have to be careful with. Go-Go, Sap Sipper as immune to grass moves, so that's annoying. Decent bulk, but doesn't really get the best of move pools. Can do some things and some stuff. If this thing got rocks, it'd be a lot better. But it's a solid grass mon. Can leech seed, can milk drink stall, can like just sit there a little bit. Decent physical attacker, good earthquake switch in. Mandibuzz, best defogger in the format, don't at me. Does not care to ever run defog, great bulk all around, good natural speed, so it's faster than a lot of things. And yeah, just this defog can pivot with U-turn, can knock off, can taunt, can foul play to prevent setup. Great mon, Chinchino, can run skill link, fast, U-turn. If you want to slap a King's Rock on him and be a dick, you can. There's things that you can do there. Sliggoo, it's a Sliggoo, it's fat. I played a Sliggoo once upon a time at IBL, that was super annoying. But yeah, it should be a decent, mon. I mean, it can't really do a whole lot. It doesn't get great recovery. It gets rest, but it can toxic, it can stall, like it can just be fat, sort of. You guys know I have problems with these ZVLI mons, we'll see. But let's just go ahead and get into the team. First and foremost, that's the wrong thing. Let me see if I can pull up. Do I have notes for this game? I'm pretty sure I do. Hey, guess what? I don't. So, first off, we have Bubbles, our Palkia. With Dragonium Z, we have Special Rinse, Surf, Flamethrower, and Toxic. Basically, Toxic just started catching anything that wants to switch in on it. 123 speed. Basically, just the speed invest allows us to outspeed, I believe, uninvested. Allows us to outspeed uninvested Rotomosh, uninvested Arcanine at level 50 as well. It's very nice, and we can just speed creep that a little bit. Same with the Rotom, just speed creeping. Just random things that would want to speed creep me. Also, if he has, he doesn't even have a base 100 speed one, but yeah, just speed creeping. Him when he speed creep me a little bit, and then just the rest just stunning the max HP. And modest special attack, it's just here to click buttons and kill things. Next up, we have Flower, our Florges with Moonblast, Hidden Power, Fire, Wish, and Protect. Again, very self-explanatory set. It can eat one non-boosted Bullet Punch from Adam and Mega Scizor. Do a lot back with HP Fire. And yeah, that's basically, I'm pretty sure we actually live 2. I'm not entirely sure if it's 2 non-boosted bullet punches. I think it might be 2 non-boosted bullet punches. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, just Wish Protect and then Moonblast and Hidden Power Fire. Moonblast is actually really spammable against this team if I can get rid of these, if any combination of these 3 things don't come, or if I can get rid of any of them. Moonblast is very spammable, so that'd be nice to not have to deal with that. Next up, we have a Rotom Yeet with leftovers. We have Overheat, Defog, Will-O-Wisp, and Volt Switch. We couldn't fit Defog on Florges, and he has a lot of hazard options, so we wanted to bring Defog, and it's just a Fizz Def Rotom Heat. Very self-explanatory. Next up, we have Shitty Kitty with leftovers. We have Foul Play, Knockoff, Toxic, and Parting Shot. We wanted Toxic, you know, as fat things, try to wear those down, mainly the Rotom Wash and the Arcanine, the Sliggoo, the Manabuzz. It's just DNC even just wanted Toxic. We have Parting Shot to just Parting Shot around, Foul Play to sort of like deal with SD Mega Scizor. Cannot Speed, poor Marshadow unfortunately, but we do have that there, so that's worth noting. And then we have Knockoff to just get rid of items. Next up, we have Clockwork, our Celesteela, physically defensive set, mostly. So we have Air Slash, Heavy Slam, Protect, and Leech Seed. Basically, we wanted the Fizz Def, we wanted the Spadef boost, but we wanted enough Fizz Def to live a +1 close combat from Marshadow, which we do. Funnily enough, it's a, you know, do. But yeah, we live that, and then Air Slash was very spammable against this team. We didn't have Flamethrower because we didn't want to be walled by Arcanine, so we have Air Slash instead. Still 2 KOs, just non-HP invested Mega Scizor. If he's just like speed with attack, we do 2 KO that, potentially, depending on rolls and flinches and whatnot. And then last, and you know, of course, and then last, but certainly not least, we have Michael with the B, or Baikel, our Mega Beedrill with Poison Jab, Knockoff, Drill Run, U-Turn. We have speed for, I believe, Jolly Marshadow. Abrarieve. That would make sense, right? Outspeed is fastest thing. I believe I just want to roll. Sorry, alert. I had to re-import his team. That's why these. Yeah, we have speed for Adamant Marsh or Jolly Marshadow, and then we just click buttons. We have yeah, just 4 attacking moves. Pretty self-explanatory. So here we are back in the game. Let me just actually move over to the right thing and be a professional for once in my damn life. So you can see he ended up bringing the Rotom, the Mega Scizor, the Nidoqueen, the Lottie, the Marshadow, and the Arcanine. So a very threatening team. So let's go ahead and get into the match up, shall we? Agua, as you see young DWilly here. You know, good luck, have fun to him, and definitely be sure to go check him out. Like I said, he ends up leading off with Rotom, so always annoying because it's Rotom. So I decided to lead off with Palkia because he has no switch-ins to. He didn't bring his Fairy, so he didn't bring the Answer, so he has absolutely no switch-ins to a Dragonium Z. So I just decided to put it all over the table and just click it turn 1. Because unless he's like max Spadef, max HP plus Spadef Nature, like Calm or something, I don't remember. Is it Calm or Careful? Whatever. Whichever one is the appropriate thing. He's probably dying to this, so I just click the old Devastating Drake and just get off a nice and clean animation. God, I love this move animations. And he lives on like 4 HP and he's able to toxic my bubbles, so yeah, it's gonna be this kind of game, unfortunately. Yeah, that was just a real rough roll. I don't think he was the max Spadef set. I'm pretty sure he just had like a lot of Spadef and he just managed to live. I don't remember the exact roll, but yeah, he lived. I can click Flamethrower as it will kill from this range, and it'll keep him from winning switch and Scizor or whatever. It just hit the most things. I don't know why I clicked that. Probably could have just clicked Water Move and done the exact same thing. Would have hit Arcanine. I allowed Arcanine in there. Don't know why I clicked that. But he's gonna go into Latios now. And of course, me being slower, I don't want to stay in. But I do live I do live a Draco. I'm pretty sure if he's not Specs. That's why I decided to stay in. Or was it just sacking? I don't remember. I was probably just sacking. I can like Spatial Ren, and that is such a clean animation on a substitute. And it's just gonna, you know, of course, it's gonna blow the substitute. Yeah, crit mattered. Definitely wouldn't have broken this up without the crit. But you know, see this toxic damage is racking up. I think Bubbles is, you know, pretty much done its job. Actually, nope, don't sack the Bubbles. I thought I sacked the Bubbles. Guess I didn't sack the Bubbles. But we can go to Flower, our other creative nickname. As he's gonna drop a Draco, and of course, you know, Flower being a fairy, that does not affect me. He's gonna switch out, and I believe I just click Moonblast, not wanting to, you know, overthink it, just get damage off on something. As he goes Nidoqueen, fair play, and no, I actually go, wow. Round of applause for Past JB making that play. Back into Palkia on the Nidoqueen. Oh my God, who am I? Someone stop me. But again, I'm just in a situation where I can click another button. So he's going to go for a Sludge Wave, showing he has quite a bit of speed on this Nidoqueen, because, I mean, I'm not running really any speed on Bubbles, but I am a pretty fast one in general, so you know, it just makes sense that, you know, you have some speed on the Nidoqueen. But I'm gonna click Surf and that thing is gonna drop. So yeah, Nidoqueen goes down. Always nice to get rid of an annoying one like that early on, and Bubbles is going to die to Toxic. So Bubbles getting 2 kills and allowing me to flex a little bit with the cool double, as he's gonna bring in Arcanine. And I can just bring in Michael, or Michael with a B. I use this as an opportunity to set up my, or get my Mega off and U-turn. If he was Scarf, this would have been a huge misplay. I don't see, but I guess I was like, he ain't Scarf. There's no way. Basically, was my thought process. There's just no way he's Scarf. And it turns out, I'm not Scarf, so I get a U-turn off. Get my Mega so I can come back in and actually do damage next time and not have to worry about Megaing later. And yeah, we're just going to U-turn on out, as it does a decent amount to this Arcanine, so at least we believe he might be some sort of offensive variant, because it actually did quite a bit. As you can see, he just pops off his Z move, and that's going to be firing your Z. And unfortunately for him, I was not going to let him catch my Mega B with that, and nope, that's just not going to do really much of anything to Rotom Yeet. Rotom Yeet just, you know, does not care about these fire moves, man. And yeah, just clean animations. Gotta love these Z-move animations, man. They're so nice, so clean. That's not even gonna do half to Rotom, so I'm pretty sure I just go for a free Volt Switch, knowing that his ground type is dead, and he doesn't really have the best things. I want to take that. And he goes for a Toxic and misses, unfortunately. I'm not really sure how much that mattered, because again, I played this game a while ago. But yeah, we're just gonna get the Volt Switch off, and we're just gonna go right back into Michael with a B. God damn it. But he's gonna go for E-Speed, and you can see that's gonna do a solid amount, well over half, so that he's definitely fully offensive. Arcanine, so I decided to U-turn, not thinking he would want to stay in and let his Arcanine die just yet, but you know, it's whatever. U-turn still does a ton, and I'm still faster than everything on this team, barring, you know, priority, and I can just get Rotom Yeet right back in front of this thing. And just click another Volt Switch. He has no switch in as a Volt Switch at this point, so it's pretty free. He's gonna go for a Morning Sun, which is a good play. He moves Arcanine around for a little bit longer. Solid play indeed. But Rotom's just gonna Volt Switch out, and did I kill all of this? I don't think I do. I do not think I do. No, I do not. Okay. So we're gonna Volt Switch out probably into. Okay, we go to Shitty Kitty. I guess it makes sense. So I can probably kill from this range with Fake Out, or not Fake Out, Foul Play. As he goes for an E-Speed, I am for a coat that's gonna do basically nothing. Shitty Kitty actually taking a hit like it's supposed to. Yeah, it's a good switch into physical attacks occasionally. But yeah, Foul Play will be able to finish the pupper off. Cats greater than dogs? No. Even though the kitty did prevail, still not better. He's gonna go to Marshadow, which, you know, the threat is in, the threat is here. So Shitty Kitty, yeah, you not staying in on this. We can go to Flower. I am fizzed up Flower, so I can definitely take a few hits from this thing. It's gonna go for a close combat. You can see that does just a lot of damage, damn near half on a resisted hit. Like, my god, I'm pretty sure that was banned in Marshadow to do that much to a Fizzed Up Florges, because Jesus Christ, if that wasn't banned, someone banned this thing now. So he's gonna switch out, as I believe I just fired off Moonblast. He's only switching. He does have a couple switch-ins. Wait, tell me I HP fired. I knew he had Scissor when I was playing this game. Tell me HP fired. You already know your boy HP fired. Shout out to Patch JB, making these reads that future JB just is not paying attention to. But yeah, definitely make a solid play there. Not wanting to take a bullet punch and letting my Flower die, I decided to just go right back into Rotom Yeet. Still sitting at a pretty good amount of HP. So he can Mega Evolve and presumably just click Bullet Punch. If he wants to Roost, like, he's still sitting in front of a Rotom Yeet, and I can just overheat, or overyeet, if you will. Next turn, and probably finish off the Sizzler as he decides to go for U-turn, making a, you know, a solid play there. You know, not letting his Mega Sizzler go down. So, yeah, he's gonna bring the Marshadow right back out. And me being me, I think, like, you know what, I'm gonna fizz that Rotom. Maybe I can eat a close combat and get a Will-O-Wisp off. Just maybe. He goes for Spectral Thief. I think I actually live this on like 4 HP. Yeah, I live it on 13 HP, get a Will-O-Wisp off, and manage to burn the Marshadow. Had he gone for close combat there, I obviously would have died, but sometimes you just gotta go for it, and thankfully I got very lucky and live a hit from a banded Marshadow, and, you know, get the Will-O-Wisp off and manage to land it. So I'm gonna go right back into Shitty Kitty. Now that this thing's burned, I can definitely take a close combat from this range. He's gonna go for Spectral Thief again, which is burned, is going to do still, you know, 20 HP to a fur coat resisted mon. So I mean, Marshadow is disgusting. I mean, that doesn't look like a lot, but come on, it's burned. I resist, and I have invest, and I'm fur coat. Like that still did some damage. So I'm pretty sure I just knock off here, or do I go for foul play? Foul play would be the better play. What'd I do? Patch JB got me. Shout out to Pass Me. That's a good play. We foul play on the Scissor coming in, and Scissor will drop to foul play. And we're going to get some nice little leftovers here as well, back up to where we were before we took the Spectral Thief, basically. So we can go into Lottie. I know this thing is a Scarf, so I'm free to basically just stay in here and go for foul play, which I'm pretty sure I did more than knockoff, surprisingly enough. Yeah, we're just going to get a huge chunk of damage off of this thing. He's going to go for a Draco, which, you know, being a shitty kitty, it's not going to live this. Sorry, shitty kitty. Yeah, just see you later, friend. That just, you know, the special hits, man, they just kill my poor kitty. But we can go into Bikel, and I'm pretty sure just finish this game off with a couple of poison jabs or whatever I decide to click. I go for U-turn on the Latios, which will of course finish it off. I know he's not Scarf, so yeah, again, knowing he's not Scarf comes into play there because he clicked Substitute earlier. And then I U-turn out, and I can just bring in Clockwork, which can definitely any hit from a burned Marshadow, and I can just go Gare Slash to finish off the game. So yeah, you're just gonna go for CC. It's gonna do still a good chunk. Like, yeah, that did 70 to a Celesteela that had Fizdef Invest. Like, good lord. But yeah, we can just fire off an Air Slash, and after this F drop, it will finish off the Marshadow. So that's gonna be a GG to DWilly. Again, be sure to go check him out. But yeah, really fun game. Yeah, definitely a scary team, but we definitely take these 4-0s. So let's go ahead and talk about the playoff scenario. Myself and Matt O'Shea finished with the exact same record and the exact same differential, and we weren't on each other's regular season schedules. So we played a best of 3 random battle to decide who would get the higher seed. I ended up losing that best of 3, but it ended up working out in my favor, I would say, because I got the matchup that I more preferred. I would either have to play CJ, who had Darkius, again, who I lost 5-0 to, and I keep bringing that up all throughout the season, or I would have had to play Panther, who I didn't play either. So, since I lost, I am going to end up having to play CJ, who has Darkius, who 5-0'd me again. However, those of you who have been paying attention to my transactions, who have been paying attention to my season, might know I have a couple things up my sleeve for Darkius. I knew I'd have to play that thing again, maybe. Maybe I have a couple ideas, maybe I have a thing or two that might help me against that thing. I don't know, I might have some ideas for that mod. I'm not letting it beat me again, especially as embarrassingly as it did. So, definitely excited to play that game next week, and I will see you all there for that. Again, go check out DWilly in the description down below, and I will see you all for the playoffs. Peace.